Hi out there in the YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. We're going to be going over Sagittarius, the Archer, number 9. So, let me know how you relate to the 5 traits that I have summed up, the summation. Let me know how you fall in that category, and if it's like your sun or your moon, like, or your ascendant, or whatever. But just like how it relates to you. And, if it's your friend or whoever, like, was it accurate? And yeah, so Sagittarius. Number 1, it is a fire sign. So it's full of the zest for life. Because, fire signs all have that kind of oomph. And they don't get depressed for too long. They cheer themselves up because they have Jupiter. And, think of like, oh well, it could have been worse. Like, like they get in a car accident or something horrible happens, like the worst thing you could imagine. And they're just like, well, I'm still alive to talk about it. Their house burned down, the most horrific things. And they're so optimistic. That's number 1. Number 2 is that they love to travel and they love to see the world and different cultures and different attitudes and beliefs. Like, they're very how Scorpio tended to be more sexually inclined, which everyone has sexual nature. Scorpio, or Sagittarius, is going to be much more seeking the world, exploring, like understanding a much deeper level of understanding when it comes to culture and travel, because they really love culture and travel. Which brings us to number 3. They hate to sit still, especially to be trapped or boxed in a situation. Why? Because Sagittarius is all about being on the move with freedom. So if you limit them or put them in a box, they will most likely be gone in a flash. Like, because they'll be like, you freaking boring. Like, on to better things. Like, they have that, like, oomph where they have that charisma, that energy, which will draw things to them of their like nature. So, I mean, the world isn't something to be scared of. They're a lot more, wanting to explore. Like, it's not a scary thing to them. Number 4 is that they are very spiritually active, yet not very serious. They enjoy philosophical discussions, like, Que sera, 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 whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Okay, so because they are ruled by Jupiter, they have a very kind of childlike nature. Like, it's not so serious. Like, Jupiter is the god of wine. Okay, so like party, like, and you'd wonder, like, how could Jupiter, which is the god of wine and like, euphoria and like that kind of state of being, how can that be such a spiritual sign? And that's because, the truth doesn't lie in like the knock on wood, the hard, physical, tangible reality. It does lie somewhere out there in the ether. And they, as they all like to travel, are going to find it. And that brings us to point number 5, is that they do have a darker side. This sign isn't all, roses and candy. Like, it's the sign is the centaur. So, it's half animal and hung like a horse. So they do have quite a darker side to them, which they might not necessarily be very sharing with that, because their higher spiritual reality, they'll understand the judgmental behavior of people, and that they aren't so ha ha ha, like, so keep that in mind. If that's your partner, if that's you, if it's your friend, And, depending on the level at which I'm discerning, you want to approach that you don't even want to approach that. Like, just let them be themselves. Like, if you're watching for somebody else, okay? Like, but if you are a Sagittarius sun or moon and understand what I'm saying, then I'm sure you will relate to, you know, really, you like the whole aspect of the Sagittarius with the arrow, like shooting out there with an arrow. Like they have a target, and like they really, they're unsure because they're just traveling everywhere. So it's just like, you know. But yes, um, I went through all five so fast. Like, I guess I don't know. Sagittarius is renowned for that. Like they're very quick. So I hope that that was a good overview of the five traits, and let me know how you related to them. So, how Sagittarius are you? And bye for now.